You need to reach out to faraway territories, to new markets, and Malaysia is certainly one of those markets. So main items of export from Malaysia to the Czech Republic are machinery, telephones, integrated circuit boards, rubber products, and main items of Czech exports to Malaysia are chemicals used in electronic appliances, milk products, toys, tires, and machine parts. And it is evident that businessmen are able to do business already, and so there is potential for better opportunities and for bigger trading balances. We definitely should be able to do better than the 28th place. Malaysia is the 28th, Czech Republic's 28th biggest trading partner. And this forum hopefully will give you the information you need to expand your business, and will provide you with some personal contacts. We certainly have staff here from the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, from the local embassy, and the embassy are big friends of Confederation. We have organized many events in the past years together, and we are certainly prepared to do that in the future. Now, let me just tell you briefly about the Confederation. Confederation of Industry is an umbrella organization. We support common interests of 33 other associations from various sectors of Czech industry and services. We represent 141 direct members and support more than 11,000 companies of many shapes and sizes. And what makes us unique, we are an umbrella organization, and we are an important lobbyist organization in this country. We are an official partner for government officials, for regional governments representatives, for trade unions, research organizations, and technical universities. We have been endorsed by the government to propose the legislative amendments and are able to influence the decision making in this country, and we do that through the tripartite system, meetings of the government, the unions, and employer representatives, which usually takes place every month. And the international relations section, which I lead, is mainly involved in export promotion and also in some investment promotion. And one of the key endeavors that we undertake is organization of business missions abroad, and also organization of various incoming missions, roundtables, seminars, etc. So our last mission to Malaysia was in 2015 with the then the Foreign Affairs Minister Zaoralek, and we visited Kuala Lumpur and Kota Kinabalu in Sabah State, and hopefully we will be returning to Malaysia very shortly. Not this autumn, hopefully next year sometime. And as I said, I expect a lot of interest from Czech companies if that will happen. Of course, we will probably would not be organizing a mission on its own. We'd like to be accompanying a politician, whether it be a member of parliament or one of the leaders of the government, president, prime minister, foreign minister, or minister of industry and trade. We are not picky, so hopefully one of those people, one of those politicians will visit Malaysia soon. And I personally consider Malaysia to be a significant business partner, not because of our developed trading ties, but because of the range of things that we have in common. The Czech businesses have proved their worth in Malaysia, and we certainly have experience, or they certainly have experience in those areas which are reinforcing Malaysian economy, be it transport infrastructure, services, modern technologies. That's why we're here today. And Malaysia represents a strong partner in the economic field, and the Czech Republic, which is strongly export-oriented, is keen to strengthen those trade links. So we need Malaysia, Malaysia needs Czech Republic, So let's do something about that. Thank you very much for your attention, and may your meetings today be useful and worthwhile to your future business activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas Martin. Now we are very honored to have Excellency Madam President of Malaysia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Lucas Martin from the Confederation of Industry of the Czech Republic, Ms. Wan Hashima, Director of Green Technology from MIDA, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this roundtable meeting and seminar we are having today. I am quite pleased to see that the room is quite full. It demonstrates the interest of you to do business with Malaysia, and I'm very encouraged by the positive sentiment expressed by Mr. Lucas Martin himself. As mentioned by Mr. Martin, bilateral trade between Malaysia and the Czech Republic reached, the figure I have is in euro, 1.2 million euro in 2017. It has been growing progressively, and we expect it to grow further. But one thing I'm hoping that would also come out of this event we have today is, aside from increase in trade, also some investments in Malaysia from the Czech Republic. That area is, to be very candid, is quite lacking in the bilateral relations between our two countries. About 2 months ago, Malaysia had a general elections, and for the past 60 years since our independence, we have had one party ruling the government. But in the elections 2 months ago, the opposition won and has formed the new government for Malaysia. And foreign investors, after 61 years of the familiar party, they became very nervous and anxious with this new government and have reacted accordingly. While we can expect such reaction from foreign investors after a change of after so long of a familiar government, we know, and it should be reminded, that at the end of it, fundamentally Malaysia is a trading nation. So the new government has also emphasized that it will continue with policies of encouraging business-friendly environment in the country, and would not curtail freedom of doing businesses. And this would also apply to both domestic and foreign investors who are welcome to Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia is blessed with abundant natural resources. We have served as the nation's growth engine. Malaysia has evolved from a mining and agricultural primary-based economy to manufacturing-based economy, and evolving further to a service-based economy. And in pursuing further development in Malaysia, we have incorporated the 2030 Agenda Sustainable Development Goals in our policy. Malaysia comes up with 5-year policy every 5 years. So in the latest policy that is governing our development from 2016 to 2020, these sustainable development goals have already been incorporated in them. And correspondingly, Malaysia has adopted the Natural Green Technology Policy that focuses on 4 pillars, namely energy, environment, economy, and social. Aside from taking care of the sustainable development aspect, this green technology policy will also contribute towards stimulating economic activities, providing creating jobs, as well as attracting investment. Ms. Wan Hashima from MIDA and the rest of our MIDA team is here to provide you with the latest insight on economic development in Malaysia and what Malaysia has to offer as an investment destination. And they are here to ensure that investors' needs of doing business in Malaysia is met. I hope today's meeting will serve to encourage you to consider establishing a presence in Malaysia. Czech Republic is known to have a foreign policy focused on economic diplomacy, and in my conversation with the previous Foreign Minister Martin Stropnický, he had mentioned that Czech Republic is looking eastwards, but he did mention that the focus would be on the bigger economies like China, India, Korea, Japan. So in my follow-up meeting with Deputy Foreign Minister Martin Klafka, I mentioned to him it is good that Czech Republic is looking at east, but aside from the bigger economies, there are also the smaller economies which have great potential, and one of them is Malaysia. I mentioned to him, so I hope that when Czech Republic turns its eyes towards the east, it does not overlook Malaysia. And I'm happy to see that you are here and we have this event, and I hope that this will result in some presence of the Czech investors in Malaysia. So I wish you a fruitful meeting. Thank you.